find my new home. And isn't that what Cancer is really about? Is about home.
Oh, always about home. You know, it's always about feeling emotionally safe. It's about being secure. It's about nurturing others. It's about being the mother. You know, the thing about Cancer is they have trouble receiving. They need to be needed, and they don't know how to ask for help. They don't know how to nurture themselves. That's really something that we have to remember to nurture ourselves. So always think about the metaphor like the mother on the airplane. You know, they always tell the mother to put the oxygen mask on first before you help your child, right? Also, that Cancer is about knowing when to move forward and when not, because you're dealing with the laws of cycles. And there is, you know, a time to, you know, it's like the wave, right? Like, so there's a big dip. So people could be very, very emotional this year. It's Cancer, sentimental. And so, you know, you have to, if you're getting in that low point where you're feeling really down emotionally, you got to remember it's just part of the wave. It's going to crest up again, right? Just ride that wave. You know, it's like surfing, right? So you could think about this year as kind of like surfing that wave, you know?
Yeah, well, I sort of see Cancer when in doubt, sitting it out.
Okay, yeah, they want to wait, right? Mm-hmm. And also eating, your stomach. So everybody's stomach, watching what you're eating, making sure water is going to be a big factor as well. Saturn and Pisces, Cancer, you know, very watery, very emotional, very feminine energy traditionally. And your home being the place where you need to feel emotionally safe, but ultimately feeling safe within yourself and making your inner child feel safe, nurturing that inner child. I think that's also very important.
Mm-hmm. And I think the other thing is, you know, how long do you sit it out? 7 days.
Really being in control of where you want to put your consciousness, your energy, your emotions, right? Like, and how sensitive you are, how everything affects you, really getting to know your own emotional body. I mean, that's the basis of all meditation, or, you know, it's about family. And
absolutely.
I worked with a Tibetan Buddhist teacher for about 10 years, and I remember him saying, if you want to get enlightened, you know, kind of settle down and have a family. It's going to hit you every moment of the day.
So one of the things I see is that Cancers have probably not been very, maybe they have been feeling a little crotchety. I'm going to say it that way. Maybe, you know, the last year was just not in their game. I mean, you know, it could be because even though they're all about homes and houses and they like their home, they don't like to be told what to do anymore. When you tell a Cancer they have to do something this way, they get a little bit rebellious. Okay. And I do think, yeah, I do see that. And so I think this is going to be a good year for you to sort of tune in. And part of the reason why is you're going to find your tribe. And that's what I'm seeing with Cancers. They're going to find their tribe. And, you know, maybe it isn't their own family, but they're going to create their family and feel as if they have a family and feeling the love. So I do think that what will really heal the soul of a Cancer person will be love and feeling as if they belong in a family. Cancer has to have a meaningful job. Cancer has to have a job that really speaks to their soul. And they also probably like to flit and flutter. Okay? I think Cancers, like the moon, you know, the moon has 4 stages and I mean 28 faces if you want the truth of it. So I think the Cancer has the 28 faces, and I don't mean that in a bad way, just in terms of their climate and their personality. And if you can get to know your Cancer well, you'll realize that they are moving with the moon, whether it be the dark moon or the full moon. You just have to see where they start. But the bottom line is, I think that they don't want to work as much as they have, but they want to be involved.
Okay, so on that note, I'm going to just talk about what the astrology, what the planets is doing for Cancer this year. Jupiter, that planet of expansion and good luck, the feel-good planet, is in their 10th house of career and world fame. So they are going to want to expand their career. They want to get notoriety. They could get promotions. This is Jupiter opens the door, you know, ask for that promotion, you know, trust, have faith, you know, all of that. So that's a good thing for Cancer this year. Yeah, your job needs to emotionally really fulfill them. It's got to feel like family. Do you know what I mean? Like they just want, I love to go to work because I'm going to take care of everybody.
That's right. Or they won't want to go. Or they won't want to go. And they also want to have a job where they can come in and out of it.
Right.
Because, you know, so they may do better if they have more than one project.
Right. Okay. Jupiter and Taurus in their 11th house of wishes, hopes, and dreams. So they're making new connections. They may be revolutionizing the way they communicate with groups of people or organizations. Saturn in Pisces is in their 9th house of adventure and long travels and higher education, optimism, philosophy. So there may be a big expansion mystically in their lives. I mean, Pisces is a water sign, so Saturn in Pisces will limit and test Cancer, but bring a lot of maturity as well. So they may want to go back to school. They may want to make a big move their home, because their home is everything. Always Cancers like to be near water, of course. So Saturn in Pisces, very creative. So working with watercolors or anything that expands your imagination, photography, singing, music, all of that. A lot of 11th house, Uranus and Taurus in the 11th house, again, working with groups, new organizations, implementing something new. Neptune and Pisces in their 9th house, again, a lot of this on adventure, learning, justice. Pluto and Aquarius, so at the beginning of their 8th house of mysticism, inheritance, soul journey, deeper in the soul journey is going to go on for the next 20 years. And then Venus retrograde Leo in their 2nd house of money. So they could recoup some money for something that they've done, or get a benefit from something that they really love to put their heart into. Again, that sense of drama, playfulness. Leo is the sign of the child. So it could be also very fertile as well for Cancers. And just, happy, fun, joy, like Jupiter and Leo. You want to have fun. You want to play with your inner child every day. And they love to make art, and they love to sing, and they love to play, dress up, and, like more of that playfulness in their lives and in their work.
And I see that Cancer energy is very feminine, even if you're a man. I see it as very feminine kind of an energy. And I think there's going to be some revelations for the Cancer this year in regards to inappropriate relations with male energy. So I think the feminine part of the Cancer is going to squawk about being oppressed, squawk about being controlled or unheard or not appreciated. I think some of that stuff's going to come, and Cancer's going to kind of draw that line and put some clean boundaries and make sure everybody knows where she's or he is at. So because I got them being very cautious around male energy. I'm not sure what that's about, but something's going to stir the Cancer in 2023 regarding fatherly or male energy. And maybe
Saturn is the father. Saturn is the father. So there could be some old karmic issues from childhood, or emotionally you're remembering something that happened to you, maybe some kind of abuse, or just having more boundaries. Saturn and Pisces, boundaries, which is a good thing. There are healthy boundaries. You need that, right?
Yeah, so I see Cancer really standing up and taking their power and putting it where they want it. It doesn't mean that they can't be gentle and soft and loving. They can, and they will, but this is going to be a good year for them taking their power and putting it carefully around them. Right.
Yeah, no, I would say that. So, like wrapping yourself up in your own emotional security.
Yeah.
Right? And that's, I'm in the driver's seat. I mean, the Chariot also, speaking of Cancer, is a sense of a victory lap, right? There's also a, what does that feel like, to have my victory lap? I think that's an important thing for everybody to think about, right?
Well, and then if you think about, too, with Cancer energy being the moon and 7 being the energy of the year, we have Cancer being highly supported by the Chariot. So, whatever it is they want to make happen, they're going to have the reins. They're going to be able to make it happen. And I'm really happy to say, because I do think they're brilliant and they're hardworking. They don't want to work hard if they're not happy, though. If they're happy, they will give it all they have. And I think they're brilliant, and they're very capable of making a lot of money.
Well, they love to nurture people, so that's a Cancer. They're nurses, they work with children, food, housing, even interior design, anything that makes people feel emotionally safe. That's what Cancers want. So they're like the mothers, I mean, really, we all need the mothering instinct, and they work well from home, even though they because it's Cancer, right? They don't really want to leave their homes in some ways too, right?
Yeah.
So
that's why they don't. That's why they don't want to work that much, unless they're working with their family or working with that. Then they don't mind leaving the house. So they're kind of a complicated sign, but they're really quite simple at the same time.
Yeah. And it's a cardinal sign, so all cardinal signs can like to initiate things, right? So in that way, they can be kind of obstinate. They want to do things their own way.
Yeah. I've seen it. I've seen it.